Hola and bienvenidos. Welcome to my channel. I am the pescatarian gardener and I live in zone 9A. So guys, many of you know I attended the Soil Family Expo earlier this month, and I just wanted to share with you some of the important reasons why I really enjoyed the tour that we went on. The tour was of Savannah citrus and it's wonderful. So I want to share with you what I learned. Another thing I like are the things we get from the sponsor.
Relight and some treats, compliments of Black's Tropical Homestead and Redmond. So definitely try to relight. You'll get a lot of that this weekend. I'm gonna be throwing salt all over the place. So if you see those little bottles, just pick them up. I'll put them in your hand, pick them up, put them in your pocket. Stay hydrated. It is great stuff. Tasty. It's great. So if you've never had it, so I'm gonna turn it over to Tom. We're gonna enjoy it.
So now what I'm about to share is how Savannah citrus got started. Really interesting and encouraging. For anybody that has a hobby, this is good to know.
So what we got here, my name's Tom Cooler. This is Savannah citrus. We're down here in Savannah, Georgia. I tell this same story to people every time we do a tour group out here, that I have not been growing citrus commercially very long, only about 5 years. We had it as a hobby for about 15, 20 years.
Wow.
Then the COVID incident came along. I'm a musician. Run a Jimmy Buffett cover band.
Oh, say it ain't so.
And when things began to shut down, we lost all of our work. We lost all of our money. We just about burned through all of our savings. And we were sitting around at 3 o'clock in the morning watching YouTube channels on how to survive. And these people kept saying diversify. So I knew two things for sure about my background. I could grow citrus because I had 3 trees in the yard, and after 10 years I hadn't killed them yet. And number two, I spent a lot of time in bars, and I knew a lot about citrus fruit in bars. All right, so I said that gives me sufficient background to invest every dollar I got left in my pocket in orange trees and lemon trees and lime trees. And this is all a COVID project gone awry. Now the citrus trees they make way more money than the band does. And we still play music. I'm playing 3 times this weekend.
Nice.
But the citrus trees have really come on strong. We're going to show you a couple things. One, how to grow a tree.
Yeah.
Number two, now that you've grown the tree, what are you going to do with the fruit that you grow? Because most people do not understand or appreciate how much fruit a properly maintained tree can produce. And if you are a farmer's market guy, we sell primarily at farmer's markets.
Nice.
We sell some crazy fruit, special to high-end bars downtown. But if you're a farmer's market guy, what sort of value-added products can you create out of citrus?
In this part of the video, Tom explains something that happened at one nursery.
The one nursery that the USDA allowed to propagate this tree suffered a chemical disaster this year.
Oh no.
They received an IBC tank. They thought it was full of fertilizer. It was in fact filled with herbicide.
Oh.
So about 15,000 trees.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But so you gotta be careful what you buy.
Well, know what you
Are you ever thinking about purchasing a whole bunch of rootstock?
Well, they will. This nursery is going to be back in business in about 4 years. So in 4 years, we may expand more. It depends on what the lemonade, Sisters Lemonade.
So this part of the video, I'm going to share with you how Tom said they protect their trees from bugs and leaf miners and other pests.
So this bag is $40. When we sell these bags, so this bag is $40. To use the bag, you've got to hold it up in the air. We use it, and I'll show you how we do it. But that PVC pipe holds the bag up. The bag works best when it touches the ground. There's a steel post inside that PVC. Altogether, you got about $75 in one of these things. But what it does, we don't spray hardly anything on the tops of these trees. These trees are commercial trees. These are not organic trees because they're in our soil. We have a lot of bugs. Savannah has a lot of grubs and bugs living in the ground.
Tell me about it.
So we do not try to produce organic fruit, but this tree is organic from the ground up. Thank goodness. It's very difficult for a fuzzy flying insect to fly. The two insects we're worried about are leaf miners and the Asian citruscillid. And they have on the ends of their wings these little puff balls. And they can't get through the screen. Some flying bugs will land on the ground, crawl through the thatch, and then take off again. And that's okay by me. Because once I make a flying insect land on the ground, that's a real ugly spot to be, because he has a lot of predators in the ground. And that helps control what goes inside it. The only thing I spray on these trees is neem oil.
Okay.
And that soapy water. Doctor, look at their clean organic. Dr. Bronner.
Castile, I don't
That's a
know.
guy. The bugs don't like the soapy water. Very mild soapy water. We spray neem oil or the soapy water.
Perfect.
Thorns. There's not many citrus trees that do not have thorns. If you're in a household where there are children, the satsuma becomes a very appealing tree because there's no thorns anywhere. Nonetheless, when I work my trees, I still wear a glove because there's lots of rough edges on here, and you'll see some of these nodules where the tree grows and makes like a limb will pop out. And those are rough edges. And I just don't want to get any more scratches on my arms than I absolutely have to. When you go to work on a tree, we use bypass pruners, bypass clippers. There's a couple of different kinds. There's a bypass where the blade goes past the blocking pieces. If you have more than 2 or 3 trees, you need a sharpening steel, because I'm constantly, it's like a butcher carving steaks. I'm constantly just touching this thing up just a little bit, like that. That's it, and now it's sharpened up. These leaves are smooth and singular. You see, that one's triple and treble. So the leaves don't look the same at all. The fruit of this little satsuma, I sell every piece I can grow. The fruit of the rootstock is terrible. It is full of seeds. It's very bitter. It's small, and the skin is hard and difficult to peel. But it has a significant advantage over the top. This tree, delicious. Can't hardly keep it alive if you put it in the ground. It has cool roots. So we grafted onto the other tree. This other tree, it's a terrible little tree, but it grows like a freight train. It's very tolerant. The root structure of the rootstock tree is very bitter, grubs.
So unfortunately at this part, I mistakenly cut off the camera. But what Tom was explaining was it's better to not worry about those roots that we have, but those surface roots, and if you snag it or what have you, it's more important to worry about the grass around your tree. You should not have grass right up on your tree. There should be some space between that tree trunk. It should be soil, dirt, or whatever, mulch, then maybe grass. When you have the grass right up there and the tree is in that grass, what happens is when you go to fertilize that tree or feed that tree, the grass can take up the nutrients a lot quicker than the tree can. So basically you're feeding your grass and not your tree. This was important to me because I did have one of the trees that I do have in the ground was right smack dead in the grass. That's why she's suffering.
A citrus tree, and I don't know nothing about pecan. I don't know anything about peaches, and I can't grow an apple if I was starving to death. But I can grow an orange. And the orange tree as we were looking at that tree example at the very start, it's got those 3 stages of roots. It's got the tree, it's got the root ball at the top and the bottom of the tree, and then it's got the scaffolding, and then it's got those little fuzzy things that look like coconut core coming out everywhere. That's what does all the work. There's billions of them. There's billions of those things down there. So when you're grubbing along, oh, I've snagged some roots. Yeah, you did. But there's billions of them down there. It is much more important to get rid of the grass than it is to worry about that ½ inch of roots, those fibrous roots that you're disturbing.
Okay. Having quite a few trees myself, I always figured, you know, I needed to get them all in the area where they get the most sun possible. But this next snippet, of the video helped me to appreciate why that may not be the best idea to have my citrus trees with full sun.
Opinion is that the citrus trees grow best when they have about 20% shade, because the main reason that orange grows are grown in a mono type of growing situation, monocrop growing, because it's easier to maintain. It's a real curious thing. You see that some of these little new leaves are really pretty and shiny, and that's because they have not been scorched by the sun. They're underneath that canopy right there.
Oh.
But during the course of the day, just like your skin will get sunburned, that leaf surface, because all day long it's adjusting its respiration rate. How much water is it allowing to pass through there? So they call it the stomata, because when it gets too hot, it closes down. And then after come out, it'll open back up. The more it works, the more stress the tree has. We grow all these, they stay there year round underneath the canopy.
I mean, that tree is older than all of us.
Those trees cannot live out in the field because of cold damage. The satsuma can live out in the field because it's a thick, you can feel the leaf is thick. It's a very durable leaf.
So sometimes things happen in the garden, and we tend to, or we may or may not, think that it's just something that is isolated that happened to us. For example, I lost my greenhouse this past year because of the crazy sleet, ice, and snow that we got. But Savannah Citrus also lost theirs, and they replaced their greenhouse. But there's something important in this part of the video I wanted to show you, something that they do to bring in pollinators. Yes.
We just got this one put up about 2 weeks ago. Okay. That's nice. Last year's greenhouse is on the ground over here.
Mine too.
It got squished.
Oh, you got one like that?
In the greenhouse.
We added an extra set of bows inside here. We used PVC pipe.
Oh, it's not bad.
And that helps tremendously with the strength and the performance of the greenhouse. If you have any questions about that, I'll be glad to go over that with you, but it's a very important thing.
I thought it would be hotter.
What is this? Oh, he must have. I don't know what that is.
We said that a pollinator where they can lay eggs. The bees are coming here and droning
Oh,
it.
thank
He
you.
said because it's inside. He said that's a good because I asked.
Okay, good.
Thank you for that.
So another benefit of being on this tour was we had the opportunity to buy trees.
Below 30 degrees.
If it's in a container, you have to take it inside.
Then it can live. It can live. If any of you guys have any questions about buying trees, you go see Nick. Nick, where's that?
Hey, Nick.
Selling all the trees.
So thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this view of Savannah Citrus. I really enjoyed myself and I learned so much. And hopefully you learned something too. In any event, if you are not a subscriber, I would encourage you to subscribe. You got through the video this far, so you probably do like this kind of content. And if you do, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if you are a current subscriber, besos. I just want to say thank you. And remember guys, whatever you're doing, you enjoy it. Gózalo.